Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from XGODY. This is their Gimbal5 Android 11 TV enabled smart home theater projector. Now, running on Android means that you're going to have access to anything on the Google Play Store, and it opens up a lot of possibilities with this projector. We're going to dig into it real quickly, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that you get once you get it out of the box. Of course, we're going to start off with the user documentation here, quick installation guide for the Gimbal5. And you can see that we do have some specifications right off the bat. And I'll leave these up at this point in the video, so if I miss anything, you can come and check it out. But as you can see here, we've got a native 1080p resolution with support of up to 4K file playback. We do have a 3-watt speaker in here for our sound. We do have one USB port, HDMI port, and so on. And again, I'll have these up here for you to check out at this point in the video. Also in here, as far as the documentation goes, it shows you your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi settings. Now this will support dual band Wi-Fi, 2.4 gigahertz, and Wi-Fi 5/6, so it does up to Wi-Fi 6 as well. Also with this, we get our power cable. It's a standard 2-prong to 2-prong power adapter to power up the Gimbal5. We also get a full HDMI cable, so if you want to hook up a laptop, a gaming console, or any other device that has an HDMI connection, you'll be able to do so, no problems, and that is included. Now they do give us a remote control here, and this is a full-featured remote. It's going to give you everything from your volume up and down to muting to even using an air mouse command. Since this does run on Android 11, we do have our back button, menu, and home buttons, and of course our navigation and OK with power. And this runs on 2 AAA batteries that are not included, so just make sure that you have some on hand. Now let's take a look at the Gimbal5 itself. Now it rotates, has a really nice grippy base to it, so whatever you're going to do, if you're going to stand this on something, it's going to be able to stand there and not have any issues on a desktop or whatever surface you're going to be using. And this can rotate up to 180 degrees, which means that you'll be able to project this on a ceiling or another surface that might be angled, as you can see. Now on the back we've got all our ports, and up top we do have a focus ring. Now as far as keystone correction, this has automatic keystone correction, which is really great because as soon as you start to project this, it will automatically correct your keystone for you. Now on the back we've got a power button, a full USB port, a 3.5 millimeter out port for wired headphones or speakers. We have our power, a full HDMI port, and an IR LED for our remote control. So again, this has got a unique design in that it can rotate up to 180 degrees, which means I can aim it at the ceiling and I can watch maybe something in bed, or if I'm just kicking back in like a lounge type chair. It has a lot of versatility this way. So that's the unboxing of the XGODY Gimbal5. Let's get into the operating system and see what they offer. Okay, so here we are at our main screen, and as you can see, we've got a few things. On the upper left-hand corner, you're going to have your day, your date, and your time. On the right-hand corner, you're going to have your Wi-Fi signal, whether a Bluetooth device is connected or a USB device is connected. We already have Netflix and YouTube and Google Play, so we do have full access to the Google Play Store if you want to add anything such as games or apps from the Google Play Store, you can do so there. Now we do have a full list of our applications, some settings, our file manager, and HDMI. And if we go into our applications, we've got AirPlay for iOS devices, mirroring to iOS devices. We've got Chrome as a browser already pre-installed, Disney Plus, Prime Video, the Play Store, YouTube, Netflix, and Mirrorcast for Android devices, which I will show you in just a moment. If we take a look at the bottom portion, you have this add button here, and you can add quick apps or quick tabs for apps. You can see I've got Chrome already selected, so let's put Netflix on there instead, but you can add more if you want. I just have one on there for now, but you can have several along the bottom for quick access. In settings, we've got our network settings. This is where you're going to connect your either 2.4 gigahertz 5 or a Wi-Fi 6. You do have your Bluetooth settings where you'll be able to go in and set up your Bluetooth devices like an external Bluetooth speaker, language settings, date and time settings, audio settings, and projection settings. In projection settings, we've got some screen zoom here. So if you have limited amounts of space, you can zoom the screen down if you need to project to a smaller area. We also have projection mode, which means if you're going to rotate this, maybe rear or rear ceiling, you can do that with this as well, and it will flip and rotate the image for you. Now here under keystone correction, I have it set to auto, and you can do an initial angle correction if you need to, but it does a really good job at figuring out what your keystone should be just by hooking it up and turning it on. If I take this off, you have manual down keystone correction and again initial angle correction, but I'd just like to leave it on because it does a really good job at figuring out where it should be and how it should be projected depending on what you're projecting on. In About Device, we've got information about the device itself. We have an online upgrade and a local upgrade via USB. If we take a look at the device here, it's running Android TV 11, and you can see that we have 8 gigs of internal storage and 1 gigabyte of memory. In other settings, we have application settings and factory resetting. If we want to go to our application settings, it's going to be like most Android lists here that show you all of your Android applications that are installed. Okay, so now we have Netflix. If you want to just use Netflix, again, having access without even having to hook up an external device like a Fire Stick or an extra device. These are built right in, and they work really well, and they're loaded by the Play Store, so you can load them up and just launch them without having to add anything extra. YouTube will be the same way, and of course, preloaded we have Disney Plus, and we've got Prime Video and several others. And of course, if you don't have one that you like that's added, as long as it's on the Play Store, you can use it. Okay, so let's take a quick look. This is a 4K video file, gameplay of Hogwarts Legacy on PC. I want you to be able to hear and see at default settings what the playback and sound is like. So there you go. Again, that was a 4K encoded file being played back via a USB stick of Hogwarts Legacy on PC. Good color representation here. These are out-of-the-box settings, so you can, of course, change some of this brightness, contrast, things like that if you need to. But overall, it did a really good job, and even that single 3-watt speaker did a fairly good job at drowning out any noise that I was getting from the fans, so that worked out well as well. Now what we're going to do is a Miracast test here with Android, so we can actually hook up an Android phone or tablet, and you can see how easy that is to do as well. Now going into Miracast here, it's going to come up as the Projector and a few numbers afterwards. And I'm going to use Smart View on my S24 Ultra, and it should just take a few seconds to connect here. And there we go. I've got my full Android device, my phone, and you can see that it's nice and fluid when flicking through screens, and no real problems there. I can watch YouTube videos or home videos. Again, if you're going to be using Mirrorcast, you can't do things like Netflix or Prime Video, but you have those applications already built in, so you're good to go. So you can see we've got a nice, well-rounded setup here from XGODY built on the Android TV 11, and you've got a lot of options, especially for watching TV shows, movies, and media consumption. Also, being able to hook up a game console would be easy for this as well. So there you go. That's my review of the XGODY Gimbal5 Smart Android 11 TV projector. This is a great projector. It supports dual band Wi-Fi, also Bluetooth, has the Play Store built in for access to thousands of apps, and overall does a great job even on default settings for the picture quality and the sound. I'm going to definitely give this one a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.